All right. Well, yeah, Lisa Marie Presley died, didn't she? And these videos was put up on Grunge, um, which I would check out that channel. If I was you, Grunge, it is a good channel. But the eerie connections between Elvis's birth and Lisa Marie's death. So this should be interesting. Let's go.
A rumored genetic curse, a history of heart problems, and some unusual family connections. The connections between Elvis's birth and Lisa Marie's death are eerie. Elvis and Priscilla Presley married in Las Vegas on May 1st, 1967, and their daughter, Lisa Marie, was born on February 1st the following year. From the beginning, Lisa Marie was a daddy's girl. In an interview with CNN in 2003, Larry King asked Lisa Marie how Elvis was as a father, and she replied, "I knew that he was crazy about me." Needless to say, father and daughter were extremely close. The king of rock and roll was also known to spoil his only child. According to the Washington Post, a mink coat, a slot machine, and a diamond ring were just some of the gifts Lisa Marie received as a child. When she told her father that she had never experienced snow, Elvis remedied it immediately by flying with his daughter to Idaho to spend half an hour in the snow before flying back home. He also honored her by naming his private plane the Lisa Marie.
He would sleep all day, and so me and my friends had the run of Graceland.
In 1973, Elvis and Priscilla divorced. While Lisa Marie lived with her mother most of the time, her relationship with her father didn't suffer. Instead, they remained close until Elvis's death in 1977, when Lisa Marie was just 9 years old. Lisa Marie was immensely affected by the death of her father. In fact, she was at Elvis's house in Graceland the night he died of a heart attack. As reported by the Boston Globe, the last time she conversed with her father was when he went to her room and kissed her goodnight. Just several hours later, she saw her father dead in the bathroom. Lisa Marie decided to follow in her father's footsteps and pursued a career in music. She released her first album, To Whom It May Concern, in 2003, and it was followed by 2005's Now What and 2012's Storm and Grace. Throughout her life, Lisa Marie had 4 husbands: Danny Keough, Michael Jackson, Nicolas Cage, and Michael Lockwood. All of her marriages ended in divorce. According to the Washington Post, Lisa Marie once said of her failed relationships, "I'm looking for someone similar to my father, and nobody could ever compare. He was so extraordinary a presence, not even as an entertainer, just as a person." On January 12, 2023, Lisa Marie Presley was reportedly found unresponsive in her California home. It was later revealed that she suffered a full cardiac arrest, which happens when the heart stops beating and there is a lack of oxygen supply to the brain. As reported by the Daily Mail, she was given a shot of adrenaline and was transported to a hospital following the incident. According to a source, Lisa Marie was experiencing stomach pains earlier in the day that had gradually gotten worse. Upon arrival at the hospital, she was taken to the ICU for monitoring, as she was given a temporary pacemaker and was on life support, per TMZ. On the evening of January 12th, Priscilla Presley confirmed that her daughter had died, telling People, "She was the most passionate, strong, and loving woman I have ever known." The circumstances surrounding Lisa Marie's death are similar to her father's passing, with both being found unconscious in their homes and dying of heart-related issues. Eerily, Lisa Marie died just 4 days after what would have been Elvis's 88th birthday. Following news of Lisa Marie's death, a New York Post article suggested that her passing could be the result of a genetic curse. More specifically, the article suggested that her death could be the byproduct of the union between Elvis's maternal grandparents, Robert Lee Bob Smith and Octavia Doll Smith, who were first cousins. According to author Sally Hodel, this union paved the way for Elvis's early death, which she believes was inevitable. Per the New York Post, Hodel wrote, "Creating Elvis took a rare DNA combination that was not supposed to happen. It was not supposed to survive, and the consequences of that have long been ignored." Specifically, Hodel believes that Elvis's early death was linked to a genetic condition called alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. The author explained, "It is known from Elvis's autopsy that he was a carrier for this disorder." Elvis's mother, Gladys Smith Presley, also died young from heart failure at 46. And some of her siblings had early deaths. Though the narrative around Elvis's death is often linked to his experiences with addiction, Hodel believes that his fate was influenced by his unusual family history.
So, I mean, he's always very interesting, his videos. There's a lot of things I did know, but I actually thought Elvis and his wife was first cousins, but it was his grandparents. Um, yeah, that's kind of crazy. And to be fair, you can understand when she's like, I don't think your dad needs to be Elvis for a man not to be able to live up to them. because I think that's kind of typical. She wanted a dad, and it's understandable. She'd lost her dad when she was 9. I don't think it really had much to do with that he was. I mean, the fact that he was Elvis as well, but I think any young girl who lost their dad at 9 is always going to feel that and look for that in men, I suppose. That father figure that she never had or did, but for a short time, and was kind of robbed of. But that's crazy because I've always just put Elvis's death down to his eating. But I'm not sure he was even that fat in today's standards, was he? Maybe that was Henry VIII. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's amazing how good looking he was as well, seeing as the fact he's born from inbreeding. That's pretty crazy. But anyway, yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.